afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 3 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday, September 26, 2018, Global Guided Meditation Call. This is Jared Rand. And today, in looking at our awareness of ourselves, the best way to put it is that a real crucial thing here is that all of us know who we really are. And that Prime Source Creator God is always, never not, always with us. So once you connect with who you are, and it's so important to connect and have this loving relationship with your higher self. It is just paramount. And when you've gotten to that point where you're connecting with your higher self, and you begin to realize that all that you are, and I can't emphasize this enough, is that everything that you are, you contain within you, not outside. You contain peace, prosperity, great and wonderful health, riches beyond imagination, beyond meta, joy, happiness, and you wield that. Once you learn that connection, that your fears are created by the mind and the ego, as I've said. And so understand that when you're not living in the now, you don't, it's almost like you don't realize it, but you're projecting and you concentrate on the worries and the fears. And obviously that's what we all do, because we've just been trained for so long to work that way with ourselves. And what happens is that unbeknownst to us, the frustrating part is that we attract what we put out. So if you're putting out in any worries, any fears, they don't have to be huge, just little ones. And then that feeling you get in the center of your chest or the pit of your stomach, where you're worried, you're stressing, you're fearing about a multitude of things in your life. And it trains you almost to the point where, it's like someone holding something in front of you that you want, and you keep grabbing for it and they keep pulling it away. That's what happens with your pulling things and attracting things that you want, you desire, but you never get them. They never come. And to let go of those fears by knowing what your connection is with your higher self, your relationship, and that Prime Source Creator God is always with you inside of that body, that spacesuit. Always, without fail. So you can see what happens when humanity separates itself unknowingly, okay? It's not like it's on purpose. It's an unknowing thing that happens. And when that happens, we're separated. And we don't even know it. So we rely on our physicality of who that's what we think we are. We're physical. So that's what we look at. And when we get to the point of frustration, so many people are frustrated because I see it every day. I read it every day. And they're looking at either health problems or emotional problems or, a multitude of things. And the fears and the anguish and the anxiety that they experience could all be eliminated. The motivation there is paramount for all of us to seek out our God spark. Seek it out. Seek out our soul, our spirit. commune with it, connect with it. So this is a who we are. Who are we? You know, who are each and every one of us? And that's for us to practice daily throughout the day, to be aware of what we're doing, what we're thinking, what we're feeling, and to guide ourselves to all the things that we constantly desire, things that we, you know, it's funny how we become so focused on things. You know, and it, some people do, some people lesser, it just depends, it's just a mix match. But we become so connected with not our God selves, but not our sparks, not our higher selves, but everything around us. Think about that for a minute. And it comes out to be true that we're not inside. We're not communing inside. We're communing with all of these things that are usually man-made. And notice how heavy most of us feel with the more things, the heavier things seem to be. And notice that they don't give you happiness eternally. It's just a shot. It's just once in a, you know, it's just temporary. So, you know, being happy is inside. That's where the treasure trove is. And being content, loving with yourself is inside. And knowing what you desire. Knowing this. Knowing what these things are that you desire. And literally being in happiness, you being in happiness, and having this relationship that you're developing with your higher self, you begin to adjust yourself. You fine-tune yourself. So fine-tuning you in this meditation, fine-tuning you, which means that you are literally looking at all of the things that you desire, whatever it could be. It could be excellent health, it could be money, it could be a piece of property out in the woods, you know, or an island. It could be anything. But the fact of the matter is that why is it, and everybody asks me this, that no matter what they do, it seems like things evade them. You know, I think I'm doing this right, I think I'm doing that right. And, you know, I've given the image of a boat, a canoe, a boat on the river with no oars. And that's letting go. That's your confidence. That's not your ego. That's your confidence within yourself and the love you have for yourself and the security that you have knowing that Prime Source Creator God is always with you inside that body, inside your body, always, because the God Spark's part of Prime Source Creator God. Think about that. That's highly impactful for each and every one of us to absorb and welcome in to our existence and to make that correlation that we are literally goddesses and gods of the fact of Prime Source Creator God, and that we command whatever we desire. You command whatever you desire. But if you're loaded down, as soon as you commit and you send this energy, this frequency, out to the universe, and then the universe says, okay, your wish is my command, and then you're following it up with all these worries, stresses, and fears. So you forget about that you've sent that intention out. But the fact of the matter is that it's all riddled with fears and anxieties, and they could be little tiny ones that pick away. But that's what happens. You must be in a constant healing mode and a balanced vibrational frequency. And you know when your frequency is high. Every one of us do. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You pick it up. So fine-tuning you is part of this. Once you've hit that, and you know that that balance is there, and you have it, you've established it for yourself, for you, then it all is just a natural occurrence coming to you nonstop. Seriously, whatever you desire. And see, your ego, this voice comes in and it tries to play a game with you, thinking that you're undeserving, that you feel uneasy, you feel uncomfortable asking for so many things. You feel uncomfortable, and you don't feel that that's right, and you're being too greedy and everything. Isn't that interesting? So if you literally sit back into yourself, into your God spark, into your higher self, your spirit, your soul, and you just kind of lean back into who you are, and you just relax yourself and let the boat, let the river, the current, take you wherever it's going to take you. It's that's letting go. It's the image of getting into that boat and literally no oars in that boat. And you've got the confidence. You know that you are part of Prime Source Creator God, and it's inside you. So there's no fear. You get in a boat, and you just let go. See, the body does not last forever, and we understand that. It's a temporary suit of clothes that we wear. It's a suit. It's a space suit. But the thing that we've lost connection with that creates all of our fears is just our higher self. That's what powers this body. Without the electrical energy that we are inside this body would cease to exist. It wouldn't operate. You ask any doctor, what powers this body? What is the electrical energy source, the energy that powers this body? They can't tell you. They can't tell you. Isn't that interesting? It's your higher self that powers that body. When that body's in the womb of the mother, it's her source, her higher self powering that baby body. As soon as you enter that baby body, you're the new power source. So fine-tuning who you are in this meditation. So go to the place where you're comfortable and not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure most of you are. And as I talk, this is what we are going to do. We're going to relax. And you find what relaxes you and just let go and relax head to toe. Feel it come over you as a wave, and all of the stresses and tensions and anxieties drop away. Literally just fall off. And you don't have a care in the world. And then you breathe. And as you breathe, you'll breathe 3 to 6 times, and you will breathe in through the nose, hold at 1001, 1002, 1003, and exhale through the mouth. And as you inhale through the nose, you're breathing in divine positive energy. And the source, Prime Source Creator God, is literally communicating with you 24/7. So this clarity as you breathe in, understanding, and fine-tuning the basic building blocks that you have been given of understanding of who you are. And then you begin to polish and detail that so that you're super clear on who you are, what you are. And as you do this, everything gets clear. You feel it through your heart mind. You understand it. And you embrace it. And you spend most of your time in association with your higher self. And now when you're aware of that association, when you're aware of it, and you've made that bond, all it does is grow and expand. Your entire existence changes at that very pinnacle point. That very moment, it changes for the better and permanently. As you breathe out, you're breathing out all of the things that kind of pick at you, that cause you distress, doesn't matter what level, and irritation, anxiety, frustration, those things that literally pick at all of us. And you're breathing this out, and you're literally looking at that, and you're identifying these things, and you're sending them eternal love. You're embracing all of them, whatever they may be. So that means it eliminates your fear, because you're not backing off. You're going right for them. You're embracing them. And this energy that you put out comes from your higher self, and it literally dissipates those that you've created. You created these fears. You've created them because of how we've been trained. They're gone. As you send them eternal love, walk through them. And then you see your higher self. And you've gone through your heart center. You've gone through your heart mind. You've gone deep in. You've seen and felt the emerald green healing light, flaming healing light, the purple transmuting flame, the golden white pink light of eternal love, all swirling. You've literally accelerated yourself through your heart center into this area, and you are at total peace, and you are in complete, full love, eternal love. You join your higher self. You become one with your higher self. All of us are in communication with our higher selves. And all of us are communicating with every light being's higher self. And arm in arm, hand in hand, we begin to levitate and float up above the planet. And as we do this, we call upon all of the light beings of this solar system, of this planet. We call upon all of them in the galaxy, in the universes, to join us in this meditation. And they must be of love and from love, eternal love, from Prime Source, Creator, God. We feel them coming in as we have formed this circle, arm in arm, hand in hand. And we now call upon all of the archangels, the cherubim and the seraphim, and all of the angels who are of love and from love, eternal love, Prime Source, Creator, God. We call upon the Ascended Masters. We call upon Inner Earth and Hollow Earth, of love and from love. We call upon all of the fairies and the sprites, of love and from love. We call upon all of the loved ones and all of our life experiences to join us in this meditation of love and from love. And as we float up, and we float up, and we ascend, we keep going up and up and up, we come to our meditative sphere, which is vibrating, glowing, with a multitude of colored energy light, emerald green healing flaming light, purple transmuting flame, violet flame, and the golden white pink light of eternal love. This is all swirling, holding all of our meditations in perpetual motion. And we then feel this warm, drenching rain, saturating rain on our heads and our bodies as it literally warms us and envelops us in a loving, eternal way. An energizing yet relaxing feeling coming from head to toe, saturating our entire body, waving over us. And what this is doing is putting us into perfect alignment with our God spark, our higher self, our soul, our spirit. It's aligning us with that. And Prime Source, Creator, God is helping and assisting with our alignment of who we are and fine-tuning that so that we can better blend with our God spark, our soul, our spirit, our higher self. And as this is happening, this is affecting all of humanity. We are sending this as conduits through all of us to align our relationship and fine-tune our relationship with our higher selves. By doing this, from this day forward, we will be clear on who we are. And what this body is to carry us around on this planet to effect change and peace and prosperity and love, understanding, compassion, bliss and joy, wonderful health, prosperity, riches, all of these things, so that we can spread that and equalize it amongst all of our brothers and sisters of the planet, amongst everyone. And as we do this, we are literally encasing all of humanity and ourselves in a perfect sphere of eternal love. We are completely protected. We have nothing to fear, zero. And eliminate all of these things that try to come in now are going to be eliminated. They'll be vaporized before they even get to us. And your part of this is to focus and to understand this on a daily basis, is to keep that fine-tuning and alignment in place, to be cognizant and to understand and to love yourself deeply. Love yourself. Embrace yourself. Highly honor yourself and respect yourself. Care for yourself. Imbue this eternal love with all that you are. And you know today what you are, who you are. And all of that energy, then your desires, your fears are gone, your desires become realities. And you just let go. Remember the boat on the river, flowing and going in the current without oars. You are free. You are set free. Look at butterflies in the air. Just embrace it and flow with it. And just be. Just be. Be with your higher self. Be with that eternal love. Have that wonderful, deep relationship and nurturing relationship that you have with yourself. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. Experience this awareness and this polishing and fine-tuning your relationship with your higher self. Crucial for all of us to understand that the reason most things seem to be out of our reach is because of the fact that we are not connected to who we are. Once we make that fit, that connection, and lock it together, all the things that we have been aspiring for, wishing for, asking for, whatever we've tried to do to get these things, to have the life that we desire, to have the happiness, to have the health, to have all of these things, and they seem to just not, they seem to evade us. Some people are able to master some of it, but not all of it. And the point is that it all goes back to who you are. And embracing that permanently. So if you picture yourself walking down a road, and you're walking arm in arm with your higher self, arm in arm, and you literally, you hold hands, you hug each other, you kiss each other. It is a bond that shall not be broken. It is a togetherness that is always eternal love. We'll have a Time for Change call tonight. The reason that the last call has not been posted is because somehow it didn't get to IQD calls, and since it's such a long call, it takes them a while to upload onto YouTube, and so it takes them quite a while, and that's why it hasn't been posted, but it will be posted up on YouTube. If they, to ease, we may just find another way to start uploading these and have someone do it that's dedicated to doing the calls. And just once a week we'll upload them, and then every now and then a health call. Also, I want to let people know that we will have an inventor, as I have promised, on the call. We're going to have them. It may be on a Time for Change call, or it may be on a health call. But the fact of the matter is that the inventor has developed a technology that is for all of humanity. And our intention, understand something with these technologies. We have the stopgap technologies that they fill the void to assist people with their ills and their physical problems and health problems. But with these certain technologies that we will be revealing, what will happen is that our intent is to eventually give them away. No money charged at all. And that's where this humanity is going. Obviously, we all need finances to support ourselves in this current stage of transition still. And that wealth is going to be given out to all of humanity. So right now, those are the intentions of these technologies. We're not going to be in the third dimensional frequency. These technologies are being developed. In fact, this one happens to have a base prototype that has already been developed. And it just needs to have some things added and put together through a group of people to finally have a prototype that's working, functioning, and then eventually to have a first production model. And we're not talking a long period of time. So these things are coming to be. They are real. They will become materially real so that people will be able to access them and utilize them, period. So I wish each and every one of you a phenomenal day, a breezy, easy, loving day. And you are a storehouse of perfect health, prosperity, riches, abundance, wealth, well-being, happiness, joy, on and on and on. I can name for hours all that you are. The key is you to be able to embrace who you are and love who you are eternally, and always be with who you are. We will be back here tomorrow, Thursday, at 3 p.m. Eastern, September 27th, 2018.